The limitations of positive thinking. Positive thinking, rather than aiding our progress, has frequently curtailed many possibilities for people. For instance, imagine a person who constantly tells themselves everything is perfect, even when facing serious challenges. This mindset might prevent them from recognizing and addressing underlying issues like a deteriorating relationship or a declining business. By ignoring the reality of the situation in favor of maintaining a positive outlook, they miss the opportunity for meaningful intervention and improvement. Mind as a guide and not a mover. Consider the role of the mind. It can guide us, pave the way with plans and ideas, but it can't physically take us to our destination. Imagine planning a journey in your mind. You envision the route, the sights, the experiences. However, unless you take the steps, unless you walk the path, the journey remains a figment of your imagination. The mind can set the direction, but you must walk the path yourself. For example, a student might plan extensively for their exams, visualizing success and creating detailed study schedules. However, without actually studying and putting in the effort, their plans are useless. The unhealthy emphasis on thought. In our culture, we place an unhealthy amount of emphasis on thought. We believe that thinking is paramount. Initially, this might provide a thrill because you can influence your surroundings and achieve certain outcomes with your thoughts. But is this truly beneficial in the long run? Consider a person who overthinks every decision, from what to wear to how to interact with colleagues. This constant mental chatter can lead to stress and anxiety, ultimately paralyzing them from taking decisive action and enjoying life. Before we continue, we encourage you to leave a comment sharing which of the points resonated with you the most, so we can talk more about those points. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a roller coaster ride through the intricacies of thought, action, and reality. The Renaissance philosophers. The Renaissance philosophers famously said, "I think, therefore I am." This statement highlights the level of significance we've given to thought. But let me ask you, from your own simple sense, which is true? Is it because you exist you think, or is it because you think you exist? It's evident that existence precedes thought. We exist first, and from that existence, thoughts arise. Because you exist, you think. Because you exist, you think, isn't it? The only way we've known life is through thinking, which is why we've made it so important. But consider this. For me, thought is minimal. If I simply sit here, I can do so without a single thought in my mind. Does that mean I'm not existing? Absolutely not. I'm existing in a powerful way, and in this state, thought is just a small happening. Think of a person meditating. They might experience moments of complete stillness, devoid of thoughts, yet they are deeply aware of their existence, seeing life as it is. To truly address and solve life's challenges, we must be willing to see life as it is, not through the rose-colored glasses of constant positivity. Imagine standing in front of a cracked wall. If you only focus on the beautiful painting next to it, you ignore the crack that needs fixing. Similarly, if we refuse to see the reality of our lives, how can we ever take meaningful action? For example, if a person ignores their health issues by constantly telling themselves they are perfectly healthy, they might delay seeking medical attention until it is too late. The journey versus the plan. Mental exercises and planning are important. They set the direction, but they do not equate to the actual journey. Think of a well-laid road. It's perfectly planned and constructed, but if no one travels it, it remains unused and purposeless. The same applies to our mental plans. Without action, they are mere ideas without substance. For instance, an entrepreneur might have a brilliant business plan. However, without executing the plan, meeting with investors, and launching the product, the business remains just an idea. Existence and thought. Reflect on this. Do you exist because you think, or do you think because you exist? It is clear that existence precedes thought. We exist first, and from that existence, thoughts arise. This understanding shifts the focus from our thoughts being all-important to recognizing that they are just a part of a larger existence. Consider a child playing freely without overthinking. The child is fully engaged in the moment, existing in a pure state of being, not dominated by thoughts. Inner bliss versus external validation. What truly matters is inner bliss. External validation, or impressing others, doesn't lead to genuine fulfillment. You might want to look good in 10 people's eyes, but that's not going to change the experience of your life. If you sit here, absolutely blissful within yourself. That is what changes the experience of your life. What somebody else thinks about you, why is it so important? Or what you think about yourself, why is it so important? Whatever you think about yourself, whatever the whole world thinks about you has no existential relevance. Whatever you're thinking right now has no existential relevance. It is only psychological relevance, maybe social relevance, but no existential relevance. Existential versus psychological relevance. When we talk about a spiritual process, we are referring to an existential dimension, not a psychological dimension, not a social dimension. Thoughts have psychological or social relevance, but no existential impact. Our thoughts might influence how we interact with the world and how others perceive us, but they do not change the fundamental nature of our existence. Understanding the true nature of the mind. The mind is a powerful tool, but it is not the entirety of our being. It is essential to understand its role and limitations. The mind helps us plan, analyze, and interpret the world, but it does not define our existence. Recognizing this distinction is crucial for a balanced life. For example, a scientist uses their mind to conduct experiments and analyze data, but their existence and fulfillment come from a deeper sense of purpose and connection beyond just thinking. The importance of action. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. No matter how grand your plans are, without action, they remain dreams. Taking the first step, however small, is more significant than 1,000 thoughts. Action transforms potential into actuality. Consider a person wanting to learn a musical instrument. They might think about it, research it, and watch videos, but without picking up the instrument and practicing, they will never truly learn to play. The pitfalls of overthinking. Overthinking is a common trap. It leads to analysis paralysis, where we become so caught up in our thoughts that we fail to act. Instead of constantly thinking about what could be, we should focus on what we can do now. Overthinking can lead to stress, anxiety, and missed opportunities. For instance, someone might overthink every aspect of a job interview, worrying about potential questions and responses, rather than simply preparing and being present during the interview. The role of acceptance. Acceptance is key to seeing life as it is. It doesn't mean resignation or defeat. Rather, it means acknowledging reality without distortion. Acceptance allows us to deal with situations effectively and make informed decisions. For example, accepting a setback at work allows us to learn from it and improve, rather than being stuck in denial or frustration. The power of presence. Being present in the moment is essential. When we are fully present, we engage with life directly. This engagement leads to a deeper understanding and a more fulfilling experience. Presence transcends thought, connecting us with the essence of life. Think of an artist completely absorbed in their craft, experiencing a state of flow where time seems to disappear, and they are fully immersed in the act of creation. Balancing positivity with realism. While positive thinking has its place, it must be balanced with realism. Blind positivity can lead to denial and inaction. Realistic positivity, on the other hand, acknowledges challenges and uses optimism to find solutions. It's about being hopeful yet grounded. For example, a team leader might acknowledge the difficulties in a project, but also inspire their team to find innovative solutions and work collaboratively towards success. Inner work and self-reflection. Inner work and self-reflection are vital for personal growth. Taking time to reflect on our thoughts, actions, and experiences helps us understand ourselves better. This understanding leads to more conscious and purposeful living. Journaling, meditation, and seeking feedback from others are practical ways to engage in self-reflection and foster personal development. The influence of society. Society often pressures us to conform to certain ideals and behaviors. While social norms have their place, it's important not to lose our individuality. Understanding societal influence helps us make choices that align with our true selves. For instance, someone might feel pressured to pursue a particular career path because it's deemed prestigious, but true fulfillment comes from following their passion and strengths. Finding balance in life. Life is a balance of various aspects: work, relationships, personal growth, and leisure. Striking a balance among these areas leads to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and making time for all aspects of life. For example, balancing work commitments with time for family, hobbies, and self-care ensures a well-rounded and satisfying life. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-discovery is ongoing. It's about continuously learning, evolving, and growing. Embrace the journey with curiosity and openness. Each step, whether forward or backward, is a part of your unique path. Think of an explorer charting unknown territories, where every experience, whether perceived as success or failure, adds to their understanding and growth. Cultivating inner peace. Inner peace comes from acceptance, presence, and understanding. It's a state of being where external circumstances do not dictate our inner state. Cultivating inner peace leads to a more serene and contented life. Practices like mindfulness, deep breathing, and spending time in nature help in nurturing a peaceful inner world, regardless of external chaos. To summarize, positive thinking, while useful, should not overshadow the reality of our existence. The mind is a guide, not the journey itself. Action, acceptance, presence, and balance are key to a fulfilling life. Let's strive for inner bliss and genuine fulfillment rather than seeking external validation. Remember, the journey of self-discovery is ongoing and ever-evolving. Embrace it with openness and curiosity.